So I'm up in the space between the garage and the master bathroom, and you can see that here it was never glued together. There's absolutely no glue on this pipe. So as a result, and we'll go down. The crawl had to demo the garage lid. You can see, well, maybe you can't in the camera, but pretty extensive water damage through the butt joint of that drywall. The concrete is more or less dry here. Wet here, as it was pulling from here, it drained to here. Wet here, underneath that light, its cover was completely filled with water. I cut that open to help dry that out. Over here, the motor was dripping with water onto the floor. Over here, this light was completely filled with water as well. And you can barely see wet moisture along the edge here, all underneath the footing. Water was pouring out, and you can see residual wet concrete there. And that again is, just to give context of area, water traveled quite a way. So we're going to go back this way. Down this post, all four sides covered with water. I have a dehumidifier going now to try and suck out whatever residual moisture there is. You can see a puddle over there and some remnants of puddling here, or pooling, that is attempting to dry now. We had water coming out of this access here and down onto the floor. Most of it traveled that way. I'll get back to that in a minute. And in this corner here, we had water travel down and come out that hole there. And then over here we had water coming through here and down, come out this area. You can still see a little bit of wet spot. Between these two markers there, water came down and out. You can only see a very little pooling, maybe it's, and all of this, all of the front of the garage was completely wet. Also came down that post in between the garage doors and down on either side of the sub panel in here. So what I've done is just put a bunch of half-inch holes to kind of help let the moisture out, and I cut in a few holes to also help let the moisture go out. And I have a dehumidifier going for, well, by tomorrow will be 24 hours, and just the little time that it's been running, which has been about 3 or 4 hours, that's what I've been able to gather. In addition, there's about 50 feet of line here that's full of water. Okay, and I do have a water damage specialist coming out to give me an estimate or an idea on whether or not any or what parts of this drywall need to be replaced. Okay, and this is for the job at 6218 Wenrich Drive.